Welcome back to the channel. If you've been following my journey towards the UTA Miler, and if you're new here, I'm glad you found us. This is my perspective from the back of the pack, where consistency, preparation and stubborn determination are going to matter more than natural speed. So we're at Perrys Lookdown this morning. It's about 6:15, so right on dawn, and hopefully to get an early start. We're up at 3:30 this morning to get here by this time. So we want to do from Perrys Lookdown to the Hydro Majestic, so 26 k's, and then we'll have a break and do the final 13 k's back to the car, so a big loop. And as you know, I'm a back of the packer, so I want to do a time trial today. So the cutoff time for Perrys Lookdown is 10 a.m. and the cutoff at the Hydro is 6 p.m, so 8 hours. So on race day, we'll have 8 hours to do the 26 k's. So although that sounds quite easy, I guess that means this is quite a difficult section. We haven't done anything after the Pinnacles car park to the Hydro Majestic, so that's all new for us today. A bit of a new section. And yeah, so Perrys Lookdown is actually 20 k's into the race, so today we're doing it on fresh legs, so hopefully we'll definitely make that 8 hours in plenty of time, that 26 k's. So anyway, I'll see you throughout the day. Bye. In the lead up to race day, I'm training on the course itself. I'm breaking it down into sections, learning every climb, every descent, every creek crossing, because on race day, knowledge is power. The more time I spend out here now, the fewer surprises there'll be later. After reaching the bottom of Perrys Lookdown, we again managed to take the wrong track. But sometimes getting it wrong leads to something right. We circled back to the intersection and ran into Cathy from YouTube It's a Duff Life.
Actually just thinking on the way down, I've got to make a couple more videos.
Yeah, you do. If you're training for any distance at UTA, I genuinely recommend checking out her channel. She documents the course brilliantly and knows these trails inside out. It was such a great moment to meet her in person and have a quick chat. One of those unexpected highlights of the day. The climb back up the escarpment, it never gets easier. It's very technical and rocky with lots of elevation. I was grateful we started early while the air was still cool. And yes, my short legs mean I'm basically doing pull-ups up a mountain. Those high rock ledges require more upper body strength than I imagined. Every section like this reminds me that strength training is essential. At the top, it was so windy, but once we moved past Lochleys Pylon, we found the wind eased off quite a lot.
Come on, that's it. You got this. Nearly there.
So we've just arrived up at Pinnacle's car park, approximately 9 k's from the top of Perrys Lookdown. That was tough. That took us nearly 4 hours to do, just under 9 kilometres. So we're pushing the boundaries of our cutoff times there, I think, but I'm hoping the next 17 will be not as bad, it'll be quite easy. So let's see, I haven't done this section before, so I've only been up to Perrys to here, which is a very technical section, but we stopped, we've had some nutrition and a break, and now we're going to kick on over to the Hydro Majestic. Okay, talk to you soon.
Then came Mount Hay Road and the heat. About 6 kilometres of exposed dirt road before the turn off to Bruce's track. The temperature climbed quickly, the flies were biting us, and the hydration became the focus.
Okay, so it's the middle of the day now, and we're coming along Bruce's Walk towards the Katoomba airstrip. It's so hot. This section we haven't done before, so keen to have a look and see what it is. It's a little bit gravelly and there's some wet spots in there, but not too bad so far. Lots of flies though.
This whole 26 kilometre section has 3 creek crossings in total. I took full advantage and stepped straight into the water to cool down.
So this is the last section of road before we get to the Hydro Majestic. We've just done Bruce's Walk, I think it's called, from what's that road called? I don't know, can't remember. Anyway, I'll pop it in here. But Bruce's Walk, so interesting. It is the hardest thing I've ever done. I must have been doing 1 kilometre an hour, so I'm super impressed with my efforts there. A couple of anxiety attacks along the way, which I've never had before, so that was new. And the skies have been rumbling for the last couple of hours with threatening a bit of a storm, so I don't know if you can see it up there. So I think we might just make it back to the Hydro Majestic before the storm, which will be good. Although I could do with a nice drenching right now, I'm so hot.
My advice, have a change of shoes and socks ready at the Hydro Majestic checkpoint. After 3 creek crossings, my shoes were still wet by the time I arrived. However, you might be more nimble crossing the rocks than I am and managed to get across without wet feet. I didn't make the cut-off time I set for myself and was definitely questioning whether I can do this miler. But I'm going to keep tapping away and see how my progress goes over the next few weeks, and hopefully things improve greatly.